So I'm going to look up Sinclair now, right?
Yep. The ticker symbol is SBGI. SBGI. This is Sinclair Broadcasting Group.
Okay. Do you have it on the screen?
Yep. Go ahead, baby.
Okay. Market cap, 2.2 billion. Revenue, 5.94 billion. Net income, a loss of $2.4 billion. Now, here's the interesting part, guys. Last year, they lost $2.4 billion in net income. Look at this free cash flow, Seth. What does that say?
Wow, $1 billion. Look at that.
Yeah, so they had a $2.4 billion loss with $1 billion in free cash flow. That tells me, as part of the story, there was a write-off somewhere. It wasn't a cash expense. So they made some acquisition somewhere, probably, and they wrote it off last year. Probably a good year to write it off. Why? Because, the economy is terrible. We'll get away with it this year. Smart move. A lot of companies will do that. Oh, you know what? The economy stinks. Hey, we overpaid for this. Let's write it off now. People will accept it. Now, so negative PE, negative profit margin, X and X. I'm showing a dividend of 2.7%. I don't know if that's true or not now that we base everything on let's look at their income statement.
Paul, I would say you're spot on there with Sinclair. They wrote off $4.2 billion on regional sports channels amid some political advertising that wasn't going in their way. So, yep, that was last November, Paul. You're spot on.
Wow. What do you mean by political? What the heck happened there? What does that mean?
Let me see, Paul. It's just a headline. I got it. They basically said that the conservative-leaning organization said it saw stronger than expected political advertising revenue amid election season. So it's just saying.
Why would that lead to a write-off?
I'm trying to see here. Sorry about that. Maybe I shouldn't have brought this up.
Oh, Jonathan's saying they bought sports networks and wrote a bunch off when all the leagues closed.
Okay.
Great. Okay, so revenue, 2.62 to 5.94. Something tells me we're going to see a lot of acquisitions along the way. Net income, 245 to a loss of 2.4 billion with their 4.16 billion in write-off. So this is all the more reason why free cash flow is more important.
Oh, Paul, I'm reading it wrong. Jonathan said that Sinclair had a big free cash flow boost, obviously selling those political ads in the fourth quarter of last year. That makes sense. My apologies.
Okay.
I'm just a chimp trying to run the show, Paul, a hairy animal. He's a big dumb animal, folks. Keep going, Paul.
Why is Spicer saying sports viewership is in the tank right now? We'll continue to do so. Anyhow, shares outstanding, 90.48 million. That's 74 million. That's a check mark there. Balance sheet.
Current assets,
cash on hand.
Current liabilities. Pillar number 6, guys.
2.54 versus 974. Check mark there. Wow, a lot of debt here, guys. 14 billion in total debt. That's a lot. Cash flow. 5-year average, 590 million. Their market cap was how much?
2.2 billion, Paul.
So they're selling for 4 times free cash flow.
Holy cow.
Of the last 5 years.
4 times, Paul.
Yeah, 4 times. Well, this is interesting. Okay. 3.73. Sorry. Interesting. All right. Well, this is interesting. I mean, listen, this is an industry you have to go understand. Like, what's going on with their TV stations and their broadcasting? How are they going to make up for being in the world of streaming? That's just the question you have to ask.
Yeah, Paul, I cut the cord with cable and I had YouTube TV, but of course last night I had to call in all my favorites to watch that basketball game because they don't have a streaming service. So I think as much as local TV channels are going in the tank, or at least perceived to be, there's always going to be local events that people are going to want news. And half the country's really old. They're going to sit down and watch Powerball, Paul. You know what I mean? I know you used to watch Cast Explosion when you were a kid back in the day, right? On Saturday nights.
Of course. But the thing is, Seth, we talk about that. Even though there's still half the population's old, and I get that, newspapers still went away. And how many people? People over the age of 50 still read newspapers, and that's gone away. Yeah. So everybody's still changing even with it, and that's just, again though, if you think this company can still generate $600 million a year in free cash flow and it'll be around for a long time, and their debt is manageable, that's a lot of debt. But I mean, that's just a lot of debt. $6 billion in revenue, and they have 14 billion in total debt, 13.1 or 13.2 in total. What's it called? In long-term debt. I mean, that's a lot, Seth. That's a lot of debt.
Final take on Sinclair, then, Paul.
I'm not really a huge fan. It's a debt number that just drives me nuts. It's a lot of debt.
You're stumped on this.
I mean, go understand it. But then again, if I'm not a huge fan, maybe it says something about me and my views of it. And I have to go understand it better and realize that maybe there's more potential here.
All right, that's our take, folks, on Sinclair. Thanks so much for watching the video. We hope you were intrigued. If this style of investing speaks to you, click the link below to join our Patreon. As a patron, you get access to a wonderful community of like-minded investors where you can chat, connect, ask questions, and share ideas with badasses like you all over the world. The best part is you get the amazing Everything Money software. This is revolutionary, unlike any YouTube page. You can track your investments, look at stocks, and quickly run our 8-pillar analysis on any company you like. The top tier patrons get direct access to Paul and Trader Mo. You'll see their daily trades, their updated portfolios, and every options contract they write on a daily basis. We provide Patreon exclusive videos just for you, including live streams and exclusive content from our team. Our bottom patron tiers fill fast, so join today. But hey, if you don't believe me, look at all of our patrons' amazing success stories. In comparison to other financial platforms, our software is by far the best value. This is your chance to get serious about investing. If you're finally ready to level up your investing game, join our Patreon and let's start kicking ass together.